Well, it's time for the very first review of RetroGamingStuff.webs.com. I took a while to make this first review because due to time issues and due to health issues because I was sick. Still am a little bit, but gotta do this. Well, this is Choujin Sentai Jetman Nintendo Entertainment System Famicom. Why I chose this game? Because I wanted to just start off with a game with not many people knew, and a game that not to be that obvious. Going to the well-known video games for the time. So let's just check out this game. This was not one of those games that every kid in the neighborhood had. And as a matter of fact, especially if you are an American, this game probably is not known to you because this game was officially never released in America. As a matter of fact, it was only quote unquote officially released only in Japan. Well, it wasn't because it was leaked to Europe for the clone consoles of the Famicom and the NES. I had one, a clone console that played both systems. So yeah, I had this game. Well, this game is just it's a good game. It's one of those, like, I'm quoting right now James Rolfe, the AVGN, that he said, there are thousands of NES games out there. If you reach for the unknown, you might uncover a gem or a turd covered in vomit. That's what he said. And this is a gem, not a turd covered in vomit like Highlight, like what he did. Right now I'm wanting to take this chance to say that I freaking love his reviews. I freaking admire the guy. AVGN is the bomb, such as a Film and Stuff guy. Yeah, not gonna even talk about the other guys. Before we start, I just gotta tell you this, what happened to me when I bought this game. The NES games had these, little neat cardboard boxes with the game instruction manuals, and if you bought a game, you had sure that you would bought that game. So if you let's just picture if this idea for an instance. You go to the store and you see Super Mario Brothers. If you buy Super Mario Brothers, it comes with a box. So you're sure, 1000% sure that when you got home and you put that game in your console and turn it on, it is Super Mario Brothers. So it's not a different game. With the Famicom, that thing didn't apply, because when I bought this game, what the sticker on the cartridge, first of all, cardboard boxes, they didn't exist for the Famicom, especially in Europe, especially in Portugal. It didn't have. Just all you got was the cartridge. That's it. No manual, no shit, no fucking thing. All you got was the cartridge. That's it. Just go home, plug it in, and see how the game it is. See how do you play this game? You got to figure it out. We did it, so yeah. But when I bought this game, the sticker on the cartridge, it said, oh my god, forgot this one. The sticker said Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So yeah, when I got home, I plugged it in, and yeah, Jetman. Because I knew the series, because this show, this Tokusatsu Super Sentai series, aired in Portugal when I was a kid, and I knew the series, and I was a fan back then. And I was surprised. I was not disappointed. I was surprised, and I was even more surprised when I played the game. It was quite good, not great, but a good game. Well, enough small talk. This is Retro Gaming Stuff presenting Choujin Sentai Jetman for the Famicom. Well, let's get to start. This is a good game right in the beginning. As soon as you turn the console on, you see this light eagle flying across the screen, and bam! You see the Jetman logo, and then the Jetman theme song. It is the Jetman theme song. Well, it's a great start. It's a good game. Right there you see it's going to be a good game. Well, then you start the game. I'm putting her on normal mode. Okay, so you got all 5 Jetman to choose from. You know, I'll just recommend to choose only the black Jetman and the red Jetman, because all the other 3 douchebags, you know, they're worthless. Because these 2, you know, they carry a sword and they take like, you know, 2 strikes to kill something, while the other guys take like 5 billion shoots or shots to kill an enemy. This game is a typical side-scroller, you know, good fast-pacing game, good music, you know, and nothing too unfair to the kids. Well, you know, nothing too nerve-wracking and, you know, childhood scarring, you know, like those fucking impossible unfair games like Legends, of course, but almost unbeatable, like, you know, I'm talking about Ninja Gaiden and all the Castlevanias, you know, those games that scarred me for life because I never beaten any of them. Either Castlevania or Ninja Gaiden, I never beat any of those 2 franchises. I mean, I'm still scarred for life. Okay, so, you know, about Jetman, you know, the graphics are really good for the NES standards, and a really cool thing about this, you know, are the cutscenes. You know, it was a breakthrough back then. And even for the NES standards, you know, they're really good. And you see this, you know, this really cool cutscene before each boss fight. You know, you see the big, huge robot, you know, assembling. You know, it's a really cool thing back then. Well, this game has like 5 worlds, you know, much like Mega Man. They have to beat all 5 worlds in all 5 bosses to get to the 6th and final worlds and 6th and final boss. Once you beat the final boss, you beat the game. You know, it's a small game that you can beat in like 5 minutes or so, meaning that you get 5 lives. You know, 1 life meaning 1 Jetman, and like it's almost impossible to lose all Jetman throughout, you know, the whole game. It's like you will beat the game eventually. You know, like if it's not in the first run, in the second one. Once you get used to how to fight the bosses, you know, it's pretty much there. It's pretty much clear you will beat the game. Well, once you get the final dude, you know, beat the final boss, 6th guy, you see this really awesome cutscene where you see the robot blowing the everlasting fuck out of the Vyram planet, and there it is. You know, you beat the game. Well, you see this really nice scene with Jetman and the planet and blowing up the Vyram thing. Well, in conclusion, Choujin Sentai Jetman for the Famicom is a good game. Not fantastic, but a good game nonetheless. Well, you should try it. I will leave on, you know, on this site a link where you can download the ROM if you'd like to try this game out. Well, this is my opinion about this game. Good game. I love it. You know, I will keep playing it. Well, this is RetroGamingStuff.webs.com logging off.